Okay, let's quickly build a typical web application. A typical web application in generally contains three tiers architectures: its controller layer, service layer, and the persistent layer. Okay, let's build it and RDA. First, open the RDA. And we need to, because we depend on the HTTP servlet container, so we need to introduce the servlet API, and the scope is provided. Okay. Now let's create three class file. First is DAO account DAO account GitHub. DAO account DAO. Okay. Suppose this moment the database is not available, so we just simple through the unsupported operation exception. Okay. And before we write the DAO method, we need to define the data model named account model. Account, user account, GitHub, and model. Okay, keep it simple, and we no need to append any field, just for demo. Okay. Now we define a method use find the user account from database according to user name and password. User account. Okay, find user account. Parameter is username and password. As I sent this moment, we wanted a simulator. The database is not available, so we just simple through the unsupported operation exception is enough. New supported exception. Okay, cool. And then we need to define the account service. Okay. Inside the account service, we'll inject the account DAO. Okay, used for verify the user is validated or invalidated. So we need to define the account DAO field. Finally, account DAO. We inject the account from constructor parameter. Whoa. And account service existing a method is auth used to verify user login profile. Auth string username and password. Import user account. Return account DO found user account by username and password. All right, we completed the service development work too. I think I write the wrong package. I need to refactor that. The last class is a controller. It's a login controller. Will depend on account service to verify user account behavior. Okay, let's create that. Controller login controller. Fine. Pass from constructor. And here we have a method name is login. The parameter is HTTP request because we wanted to get the user login information from HTTP request. HTTP servlet request. Okay, from the request parameter, we get the username and the password. Get parameter. Username. Parameter. Password. Format the source code. Now we will verify the user login profile. Depend on account service to verify that. Auth username and the password. Okay. Get the result is user account. So how to decide forward the request to main page or login form page? From our source code design, we will use the user account to verify that. If user account is null, that means we not found the user profile information as a database. So we just return and forward the user request to login form page again. Okay. If user account is null, right? Return login. That means returns redirectory login form page. Else return mainland page, right? Okay, so far we completed the basic source code development work. Next lecture, we will based on the Mockito to test the login controller, login method to 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 correctly our source code is right or wrong. Okay, see you next lecture.